gentlemen, the Professional Fighters League presents the Bellator Champions Series main event of the evening from Paris, France. The time has come. It's 5 rounds or less for the Bellator Bantamweight World Championship. Introducing the blue corner first. At 5'7", weighing in 135 pounds even in his first world title challenge, he enters with a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses from Makhachkala, Dagestan, Russia, the challenger, Magomed Magomedov. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in the same 135 pounds even in his first defense of his world title. He brings an impressive 19 professional victories, only 1 defeat, fighting out of Buffalo by way of Angola, New York, USA. He is the defending Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Patchy. No love. In charge, Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson to oversee 5 rounds if we get there. Magomedov in the whites, Patchy Mix in the black.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight!
Touch of the glove, southpaw stance for Mix.
There's that lead hand battle that I was talking about. If he can keep patting that lead hand down and working over the lead shoulder, it can really frustrate Magomedov. Beautiful inside low kick as well, establishing those long-range techniques immediately.
Both men use the rear leg twice. Patchy then goes to the lead leg, switching into stances for different looks. Magomed Magomedov.
Patchy tries to snipe with that straight left. Lovely work on the inside leg again. That's really causing problems already for Magomed. Destabilizing his base every time it lands.
Leaping hook misses there for Magomedov. I mean, on paper, you look at Patchy Mix's results, and there's a lot of submissions. He indexes very heavily on the grappling side finish-wise, but his striking sets it up a lot of times.
Little blitz with a switch stance there from Magomedov.
Lead hand cracked right off the side of Magomedov's head, frozen for a moment. Tatiana Suarez, newly engaged too. Patchy Mix in front of the Eiffel Tower.
And we have to constantly question, is Magomedov comfortable? When you see him switching his stances, when you see him taking one to the head, sooner or later we assume he's going to change elevation, go for the shot, but Patchy Mix is waiting for it.
You can see the redness on the side of Magomed's head from that short right hook, and that was a beautiful slicing jab down the center line. Patchy Mix looking very sharp here. And there's the stance knee that we've seen before.
He just missed it this time. Oblique kick, trying to attack that lead leg. Not a favorable trade on that exchange. For Patchy Mix at least.
That's fifth. Go. Yeah, it's good. Stop. Yeah.
Little echo question. Keith Peterson says no, that was a fist.
You see Patchy constantly patting down that lead hand. Nice footwork.
Good combination there on the exit from Magomedov. He tried the knee right up to the midsection, and then a right and a left.
Magomed's just not quite as loose as Patchy Mix. Every time he throws a shot, you can see the tension behind it. There's a little bit of nerves and anxiety there, it feels like, whereas Patchy, he's cruising right now. You can see how loose he is, throwing his long-range shots.
Yes, and perhaps Magomedov's brains are going to get frustrated and go for that takedown. Perhaps he is committed to this kind of a style, and you can see where that would get a guy frustrated when you're not with the battle.
confidence as well.
Mix appears to have recovered. There's that jousting jab again. It's landed 3 or 4 times in this first round. We're inside of 1 minute now. It started as a knee. It looked like Mix was going to extend that leg on a kick, but blocked by Magomedov. More success from the jab for Patrick Mix. Body kick attempt again.
The fact that Magomed is stepping through ranges is very, very Gennady Golovkin style. It's called a Ketchum shift. And what it allows you to do is to punch with a power shot, step through and then hit with another power shot. And that's what's catching Patchy unawares at the moment, is Magomed's ability to travel through with power shots.
It's a very close round, and volume-wise, you got to go with Patchy Mix.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight!
That Magomedov was able to land 2 big shots that definitely hurt Patchy Mix. He wins the round.
Back to the action we go. Magomedov switching stances here early in round number 2. Magomed Magomedov is in the whites, Patchy Mix is in the black.
Here's the guillotine.
Moment of truth, gentlemen. Moment of truth.
Patchy Mix has got his hands together. Looking for that neck.
The last 2 years, that's the question that was just asked, and he answered it, I thought, very well.
Double unders here for Patty Mix. Patchy is just always making you react to something, even when you're in the top position.
Gets the underhook, goes for the half guard. He's going to try and either build himself up here into a dogfight position, or he's going to try and sweep and roll him through.
Patchy Mix works back to his feet. And all the way out.
Something behind that jab. He knows now that Magomed is going to keep leaning forward with big punches. He's got the confidence from the exchange in the first round. And I have to say, I love having John McCarthy on the broadcast. I learn something every time he speaks. Patchy's trying to figure out how he's going to approach this. I think he expected the jab to start to open some options up for him. But Magomed is being very, very difficult to read.
Dan, one thing we've never considered or discussed is Patchy Mix doing the wrestling. Patchy Mix closing the distance and getting on top. Is that something that we can expect him to do?
I don't know if we're going to see that. I mean, if he needs to, absolutely. But that's really where he's going to put unnecessary energy against Magomedov. I would expect him to really try and start picking up his striking output and encourage Magomedov to the level change himself. But as you say, Chad, you know, he might need to do something different soon. If that was the other knee, that could have been an early night.
The jab is finding its home now for Patchy Mix. Halfway through round 2.
Sean, I hear you on that. I don't disagree. I would just counter to tell you that Magomedov is getting more comfortable as well. He threw more air balls in the first 2 minutes of this fight than he did in the next 6.
Well, you guys both talked about the confidence built in there in that first round, and I think it's increased his volume here in round 2 as well. Although now Patchy Mix is more on the offensive.
Trying to psych himself up here. He is finding himself on the back foot this round, and he might be losing some of the momentum that he was able to gain in the first half. Was a lovely right from Patchy. And there's the jab. Very nice, very sharp.
And that one compromised the balance, at least for a brief second, for Magomedov, who lands his own right hand in response.
When Magomedov travels forward with his boxing, he does a real good job of landing cleanly. the jab. And you can see him cutting his opponent off with that right hook now. He's going to keep squeezing Magomed against that choke point, against the fence. And he changed that nice short elbow on the inside from Magomedov, and a body shot.
Straight right to the body. Falls over the kick. That same kick goes down to the leg, and then he tests it high. The right leg prowess on display there. Another jab.
This is a guy that understands
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready?
how his body works. He understands where his advantages are and how to exploit it.
Absolutely.
Third round underway. Sean O'Connell, Chael Sonnen, Dan Hardy, cage side. Patchy makes Magomed Magomedov in a rematch for a Bellator Bantamweight title. Big John McCarthy, how did you score round number 2?
Yeah, we go back to, we're looking for damage in the round. We didn't have any real damage. We did have a good submission attack.
He's got this.
Here's another.
That is all tight.
He's got it. I think he's got this
That
guillotine.
is very tight. Magomedov is buying himself some space with that right shoulder.
He needs to clear the arm. That's what he did last time. He went from arming guillotine to taking the arm out and going neck only. And that's where he's in a position now. Watch him retract this top arm. He's going to pull the left arm out. And he's going to go for that hand. He's going to try and get his hands together. Body triangle as well. He can even take the top position here.
Magomedov.
That counts big on the scorecards.
Had to be feeling a little deja vu there, Dan.
We have to remember he had 2 attempts before he got the final guillotine finish in that last fight. And he actually said that to us. He said he made the same mistake 3 times in the first fight. Steps over, tries to clear the leg. But scramble from Magomed, who takes a knee as he stands.
Beautiful timing on the knee. Patchy makes showing great understanding of the rules. As soon as Magomedov has 2 points of contact on the mat, he throws that knee. Didn't mean to jump all over you, by the way, Big John McCarthy. Just thought that we might be getting a finish there, so appreciate you weighing in.
It was very close, but right now it's an even fight.
Good left-handed, then Patchy Mix eats a right. Body kick from Magomedov as well. Halfway through round number 3. Chael, we're seeing the jab land for Patchy Mix. Do you want to see him build combinations off of it?
Yes, yes, I feel that Patchy Mix is thought early, and perhaps I'm saying because I thought it early. He's trying to touch him. That was a beautiful
Trying to measure these strokes. He lands another, and once again,
the chest, it's a mistake.
Once again, he goes chest to chest, grabs the underhooks.
It's muscle memory. It's just muscle memory. He's not meaning to do that. He hurts the guy, he steps in. It's how he fights every fight. It's just not what he wanted to do tonight.
But needs the body there from Patchy. In time to clear his head here from those punchy combinations. But again, Magomed, just 90 seconds, over 90 seconds left in the 3rd round. That may have been enough to win that exchange big.
Well, it makes it even more interesting because of the guillotine attempt earlier in this round. So both guys had some dangerous moments for the opponent, making the judges' job very difficult here in the 3rd frame.
This is the thing for me, with submission attempts and clean strikes are not made equal. A guillotine leaves you with no damage on your opponent, but that damage stays with Patchy Mix for the rest of the fight. The submission attempt does not equate, in my opinion, and this is where we need Big John again. Doesn't equate in the same way as that punchy combinations from Magomed.
My coach Jeremy Horn always judges rounds based on who came closer to finishing the fight. Is that the right way to do it? Big John, maybe you can weigh in mid-round here. Both of these guys had moments
If damage is a scoring criteria, how do you score a guillotine for damage?
It is a fascinating argument that has gone in circles. And you're right, if we could ever get some clarity, but that's a tough one. I mean, I think maybe even John to explain it to us is hard rhetorically. Right, well, the judges will tell you, we know it when we see it. Oh, a little body shot there. Patchy mix, for arguably being the best 35-pounder in the world.
So you ready? So you ready? Fight!
You know, I think Patchy Mix felt like he was going to be able to jab and jab against the orthodox stance fighter. But when he switches to southpaw, same as Patchy Mix, he's coming over that lead shoulder and hurting him bad.
Big job, McCarthy. How'd we score round number 3? A close one.
Very close, and you're taking a look at that guillotine choke. It was on, and it had to be defended for a long time. He was not put down by the strikes. A lot of guys you're looking at, they have to be put down for that strike to say it's that damaging. It definitely landed heavy, but I would go with the guillotine attack and the early attack of Patchy Mix, and I have him up 2 rounds to 1.
Oh, interesting.
Thank you, Big John. And I think a case can be made both ways, which is why the job of judges is so difficult. Now Patchy Mix wrestling here.
I am surprised by that analysis, but guys, if Big John's right, which he usually is, we're looking at it totally different next 2 rounds. I mean, that changes everything and mixes up.
It's strange how often the middle round is the swing round in a 5-round fight.
Mixes had movements up against the fence like that. I don't know why he breaks that free. I feel like just with that height, he gets that underhook. I feel like he's controlling the time there. Is that cage door open, by the way, right behind him? Is that cage door open?
No, it looks like it because the corner pad. I thought that myself. We have these cage door inspectors. They check those doors really well before the start of each round. Better pressure from Patchy Mix here. Good counter strikes though, around the top, around the sides and over the top from Magomedov. I won't be surprised if we see Patchy Mix throw that rear knee again. We've seen him have success with it before, and I think he's starting to see, there it is, look. I think he's starting to recognize that Magomed is either level changing for the body shot, or he's level changing to try and get away from this jab.
Mix is starting to alter his lead attack. We're seeing him go with the short hook and the jab. Good combination of response there from Magomedov.
He is not throwing air balls. He's reaching out, touching somebody with everything. I will also concede that Mix is the one standing his ground or backing him up, and I don't think that was part of Magomedov's plan.
But if it becomes a close fight, center control is a big part. You know, we go back to that, we go back to aggression. We keep stripping down the scoring criteria. Of course, you know, damage and success with your techniques is highest, but if it's a very close round, Patchy is dominating the center right now, and that does count for something. There's that counter again. It's every time Magomed switches to southpaw. I say that, he lands it from the other side. We can definitely see the improvements in Magomedov's game.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's very disciplined with his game plan. I mean, there's no more guessing. We know he does not plan to take this to the ground.
That left hand snuck through for Magomed. That slapping hook again from Patchy Mix.
You talk about who's winning the fight, guys. Generally, the fighters do know who's winning the fight. And I only tell you that because judging by body language, Magomedov thinks that he is. Well, he's told himself, I'm not going to take it to the ground. The caveat to that is I'm not going to take it to the ground if I can beat him on the feet. And it's not that he's failed at takedown attempts. He has not gone for takedown attempts. I think Magomedov at least thinks he's winning.
Step to again. In the knee. A smile from Patchy Mix. That time he angled properly. Final 10 of round number 4.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight.
Big John, how's it scored right now?
Right now, I have this fight even going into the 5th round. I believe both fighters need this round to win this fight. You're taking a look and talking about he's the champion. He's the guy that, you're going to have to beat him. If you beat him, there is no champion right now in the middle of that ring. There are 2 fighters fighting for that belt, Patchy Mix and Magomed Magomedov. Both guys have the opportunity to win it by winning this round.
Thank you, Big John. And you got to believe that that's what the corner of Magomed Magomedov just told him. You go out and win this round, you're the Bantamweight World Champion. You've avenged the only man who finished you in your career. Body kick there from Magomedov.
Hold your hands.
Time. You got him. You got him. You stay right there. Hey, stay right there. 5 minutes when you're ready. I know he lifted. I know he lifted, but he still got him. Yeah, but he still got him. Hey, over here. Over here. Tell me when you're ready. Yes. Look at me. Look. Okay, 5 minutes. Hey, just stay over here for me, all right? Yeah, I'll get him. I'll get him. Hey, last time, stay there. You ready to go? All right. Sir, face me. Keep it clean. Yes, keep it clean. Fight.
He's not fully recovered. He didn't want to give him the break. I respect it.
Good shot there from Patchy Mix. Magomed Magomedov staying aggressive here in round 5.
Patchy's doing a good job of rallying in this fight. He's not out of the trouble yet because those hands are still coming over the top. But he does seem to be taking a bit more control of this round. Nice elbow on the inside from Patchy Mix.
Which is a concession that Mix did not like how the back and forth on the feet was going.
Patchy's got both ankles or both legs here, but I just don't think he's going to be able to pull these out with the control. Oh, now he might be able to. Slides into a body lock. Tries to step over the leg, but this is where Magomedov is going to be challenged every day on the mats with Khabib.
Good for Patchy for going for it. I think Patchy underestimated himself, quite frankly. I think he could have gone to a couple of those attacks earlier in the fight.
Good change of direction here. Magomedov making Patchy chase. Now he's heavy on his sprawl. Forcing Mix to go on the defensive.
That was a good knee on the inside from Magomed. I wouldn't feel confident if I was Patchy here. I feel like he needs to be really working.
Glad that Mix mixed
So is this potentially where long arms become a disadvantage?
Yes, almost definitely. Once Mix gets him against the cage, it did. It used to be a thing that has really changed our sport. If a wrestler pushed through the fence, he was going to drop down, ground a double, and you were going to the mat. These guys from Dagestan are now changing. They're changing the angle of their feet. Once you go against the fence, they're pushing it right up against that. Just have it for a moment. They go back to the fence. I'll point it out again, but it's a very interesting defense, and it's changed who's in charge there.
Final 20 seconds, both corners calling for a final statement from their fighter. Last 10. Swing and a miss from Magomed.
Risky game.
Knee up the middle from Patchy.
Both fighters believe they won.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's world title fight, we go the distance. So we go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first, Dave Peabody, scores the fight 49-46. He sees the contest for Magomedov. Your second judge at cage side, Hadi Ali, 48-47, scoring the fight for Mix. Your third and final judge at cage side, Mark Collette, 48-47, seeing it for the winner by split decision. And still, Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Patchy
All right, champ, I gotta tell you, that might be the best that you've ever looked. What did you think when he wasn't trying to engage you with wrestling?
You know, I thought I had the guillotine in the third. I used a lot of energy. He brought a different game, you know. He had a different game plan. I thought he'd come in here wrestle, but he came in here and struck. You know, I had a good camp. I had a good weight cut. I think he just came prepared, and, you know, this is two high-level guys, so he just, you know, it was a high-level contested fight, you know, for sure.
Mark Chevet, could you tell the French audience what's going on here?
Effectivement, on demandait à Patchy tout simplement sa réaction. On pensait qu'on allait avoir un peu plus de travail au sol, un peu plus de grappling, de lutte. Et effectivement, Patchy nous dit tout simplement, c'est ce que j'ai pu entendre avec le bruit environnant, tout simplement qu'il a pu s'adapter à ce que son adversaire lui a proposé et que finalement ça a bien fonctionné.
Patchy, a lot of pressure on you. I can't help but look over your shoulder. You got something on your phone there. Is that something you wanted to share with the audience, or is that private?
No, it's my mom, you know. She just messaged me. I want to make sure she knows I'm good, you know. So, you know, but big shout out. My next fight, you know, I see Leandro. He goes out here. He made weight, you know. I think, you know, he was a backup here. So, Leandro, you know, me versus another Brazilian, I think it'd be a tough fight. And I'm looking ahead.
Qu'est-ce que tu as sur ton téléphone? T'arrêtes pas de regarder les messages. Est-ce que tu veux partager avec nous ce qui se passe sur ton téléphone? Et effectivement, Patchy Mix nous dit non, pas du tout. Je pense simplement à mon prochain combat et j'ai hâte d'y être. J'ai hâte tout simplement d'en découdre.
Patchy, on a personal note, I hope your mother is well. You made a wonderful choice with Tatiana here. Congratulations. Is there anything else you'd like to get off your chest to these French fans?
You know, shout out to Stake.com, the best place to bet. And follow my boy Skinny Bets on Instagram, man. Baby, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, champion